Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at Lucky Draw and Rose. Uh, New Zealand Red Litter, 6 weeks old. Tried to make a recording earlier, and I don't know if y'all got that new, if you have an Android, they did a new update and it just threw everything out of whack. And I thought I was recording, but I wasn't recording. I don't know. It's got my SD card all messed up now. Alright. Let's have a look here. Number 7. Little booted red. Very full in the hand. He's not narrow, that's for sure. Definitely a boy. Very cute. I know, but you're supposed to say hi. Very cute. I know, you're so shy. You're so shy. Very wide in the rear. I am very impressed with this crossing. This is the second time I've done this crossing. Each time the entire litter is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'd like to see more depth on him. A lot more depth on him. Oh yeah, he's got a nice shoulder tone. I'm going to turn you just a little so I can see you better. See that peak more here, and I feel like it's here. It's a 1/4 of an inch difference. But man, he is just so full everywhere. I think he's going to be a cull. And what I can feel that y'all can't see. I mean, it disappears. But it's there. He has, I'm going to say, a pin-sized hernia. It could disappear with time, or it could get bigger. But you don't want those genetics in your lines. We're going to get rid of that. Sorry, buddy. You're a cull. DQ and a cull. And that was number 7. Little red buck. Booted buck. Next up, number 14. Solid red buck. I like the color. I like the fullness. Tiny bit of ear lacing. I mean, it's not on the entire ear. It's just barely right there. But it's on both ears. That's medicated goat pellet.
I hope it's not ruined. It's laying out here.
I don't need it. You can throw it away.
Oh, go.
I think I like this one better than the booted. This color's not as intense. Somebody's a little full of himself. My goodness. You definitely have a little attitude to you. Feisty little thing. He's got the peak placement 2/3 the way back. And where he does round over, it is just so smooth. I don't know what y'all are seeing, but what I'm seeing from the top view, I like. He's a little more narrow in the rear than is ideal. But for 6 weeks old and being red, it's kind of nice. I like him. Let's see what that profile view looks like. Oh, hey, buddy. Listen, let's be friends today, okay? Maybe he'll stay put. I can see the potential for power in his shoulders if he wasn't just fighting with me. I feel like his shoulder will come in. It's a little low right now. But you should feel the width on it. It is so wide. It's not like when you grab a rabbit and they just feel like they give in the shoulder. This guy's like, he's clenched real hard. And I think that he will fill in with time. Feet placement's great. So full, so round. I like him. I don't know if I like his attitude, but I like him. Yeah, see? Just needs to get a smoother transition of that shoulder. You just need a smoother transition to the shoulder. It can't decide if it wants to be sunny and humid or if it wants to be cool and breezy today. I vote cool and breezy. I'm tired of hot and humid. Rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, sun. No good for bunnies, huh? We like cool and dry, not hot and wet. You're not very nice, are you? You slicking your ears back all angry. No, we don't do that. Are we making a tutorial on how to stop your bunnies from throwing temper tantrums? Number 14. I'm gonna keep him. We're gonna work on that too, dude. I see a little broken. Hello. Who are you? Number 8? That tattoo filled up real nice. Nice and dark. Clear and dark. Your ears are shorter. And you're much lighter in color. You definitely don't have as much depth as 14, that's for sure. But you do have a darker coat coming in under there. It's not like these lions. Their new coat comes in so early. It's 6 weeks. I already got the second coat coming in. I don't think it'll ever be as dark as the others, though. Still a nice animal. I don't think it's going to have the depth to match the others, though. A much better attitude, that's for sure. See? You know what? You're not too bad, but I just don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna be counted as a show animal. You could be. Not right all the time. It could show. It's not gonna be super competitive, in my opinion. But there's no reason why it can't show. It's light in color. It's small in stature. I mean, it's not a runt or anything. It's okay. Daddy's just running the water hose. Daddy just running the water hose. Calm down. Hey, Josh, can you not fill that by the blueberry bushes? It's just water, right?
Yes. Just
Okay.
water.
As long as you're not getting antifreeze on the ground by the blueberry bushes.
No, there's no antifreeze existence in this bottle.
There's no antifreeze in existence in the bottle. You're just a shy little thing, aren't you?
Hey, I'm gonna go.
You gotta work on your courage. Uh-oh. What do we got here? I don't like those feet. Now, that was strike 3 for me. Yeah. Strike 3. And there's no DQ on the animal. There's no major health concern with the animal. But this is not a show animal. If you know, ow, you little turkey. This is either homestead or pet. This is not going to show. Did we decide if you're a boy or a girl? It's a little girl. It's a little girl. Oh ho ho. She's got spunk. You do. You got spunk. We'll see if we can't find you a nice little home where some kids can love on you. No, I'm not like them breeders who, you know, I refuse to name any names. But there are different types of breeders out there. Some breeders just breed for their own purposes. They want the stats. They want their name in the magazine. And they'll breed, and cull, and the only thing that makes it out of their barn is the best of the best, and everything else is in the freezer. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then you know, the opposite end of the spectrum, backyard breeders. And I'm not knocking nobody. I breed in my own yard. But these are going to be your people who advertise the $10 to $35 rabbits on Craigslist. Okay. And they don't give a shit about the condition of their animals. Most of the time they're going to be mixed. And they're going to tell you they're purebred. You'll know them when you see them. And then there's where I believe I fall. Well, I am a show breeder, but I started out as a homesteader. I got started during the pandemic, wanting to breed out my own meat supply for security reasons, food security. And that's where my heart is. And so when I look at an animal, I am looking at it like it's going in the oven. I want the best cut of meat. And then you know, I'd like to show too. So, you know, it's like, sorry, my lunch alarm is notifying me. It's fun. I get to spend time with my kids. I get to make new friends. If I'm going to be honest with you, the main reason that I show is because I want to spend time with my children. Which is why you'll see me not necessarily having much to show myself. But I will take my kids to the shows. Like I will fork out, you know, on a small show, $300 to $500 just to have that weekend with my kids and teach them something and spend time with them and road trip and stay at a hotel. I want those memories. Then there's convention. Convention's running us a couple grand this year. Indianapolis is not cheap. Anyone who's going, y'all know Indianapolis is not cheap. And it's raining again. But, and then you just have your regular homestead breeders that they don't show, and they are just breeding for meat, and you know, their kids might do 4-H or something, and I think that's where my heart is with the homesteading families who let their kids do 4-H and meat pens. and they've got an interest in, ARBA. They just want to try it out, And I'm gonna be honest, some of them serious breeders put a bad taste in these families' mouths because they get in there, they think it's a family-friendly environment, and they get to the table, and there are breeders who just are not friendly, and all they care about is their animal, and they will treat the children like they're a nuisance. And I will knock those kinds of people. If I don't know who you are, but if you're that kind of person, you're what's wrong with the hobby. My opinion. If you want to be that kind of person, just stick to nationals and convention. Don't do small local shows. Don't do it, because you're ruining it. Some of us just want to have fun. I'd like to see a little bit more width in this loin, but like I said, it's a 6-week-old animal. A little bit lighter in color than I'd like it to be. I do like the texture on this animal compared to all the others. This one does not have a super fine undercoat, and it does not have super prominent guard hairs. Coat seems relatively even. There are a couple of guard hairs that are a little bit longer, but it's not a problem. Sorry, that was my morning pep talk, so I'm about to finish this up, and I'm gonna go get me some coffee because I might pick a bone with the wrong person today. I need some coffee. I like you. You're light in color, but I really like you. You're very pretty. Other than your color, I don't think I have an issue with you. No attitude problems, no peak placement problem, no shoulder problem for sure. That's gorgeous. This animal damn near poses itself. Gorgeous rear view. I might like a little bit more depth and a little bit more width. I feel like right here it's just lacking ever so slightly. But man, for a red, the width on this animal, so nice. Who are you? I must know. Who are you? 13. I hope you're a girl, because if you're a boy, I won't keep you because of your light color. It's a girl. I'm going to put coals all the way down here at the end. Okay. This one I haven't done yet. We said that this little boy with the attitude was really nice. This was a boy, right? Some big old feet on him. Big old feet. Good and straight, too. Yeah, so we've got a red doe and a red buck that we're keeping. A broken doe that will be available for either pet or homestead only. I wouldn't recommend her for even 4-H or anything like that. No youth show breeder, no nothing. She just needs a home where she can pop out some babies. It don't matter if you raise meat mutts or what. She's sweet, She's just nervous. Got someone that doesn't want to pose. Hey, y'all, the only reason I hold okay, so y'all have seen me when they don't want to pose right. What I'll do is I'll take a hand of pressure and I'll apply pressure pushing backwards. And these are for your animals that like to lean back on their rump like this, and they'll pork their feet out underneath them like that. Okay? So my solution to that is the body has its natural points of resistance. If you get an animal that likes to push its feet way up ahead of it and sit back on its haunches, the best thing you can do is to slide the animal back till it hits the edge of this. Once it hits the edge, the animal will sense that it's at the edge and go, whoa, and it'll kind of catch itself. So if you grab the back of your shirt and you pull it back, your natural instinct is to pull forward to keep your balance. That's what the rabbit's doing. See, now the rabbit is pulling forward. You can encourage the rabbit. Some of them like to stay on the edge and teeter, just to be a dick. They like to teeter. But what you're looking for is for them to engage this shoulder muscle. This shoulder muscle is where they need to feel most comfortable. See, I'm keeping her from falling backwards, but she's being stubborn. She's like, oh, well, I could sit here all day. Well, that's when you start to pull a little bit further back. And she's like, oh, I'm losing my point of resistance. I'm losing it. Now, she could do one of two things. She could either bail off the back. See, now she's pushing forward. She's not letting me push her back. She could either bail off the back, which is why I hold their ears, because sometimes these guys will just fall backwards. Or she can get wise and start pushing forward and engaging them shoulder muscles. I'm not getting frustrated and dangling the rabbit. I mean, if I got bugs eating my legs or I gotta go to the bathroom or something, I'm like, come on. But sometimes you just gotta pose them, and no matter what you do, you just can't get them to pose right. And when you get that problem, usually it's a structural issue with the rabbit. What do y'all think? She sits funny no matter what I do. It's not a big deal, but it's definitely noticeable. And I'll tell you what my theory is. Humid. I think that she peeks in the middle of the back. And I know I said with some of these animals, it seems like they peek middle of the back, but the way you can tell is you count those vertebrae. Find the spine. And when you find that spine, you can tell if they peek. So the peak is the highest point of the spine on the animal. Okay? Not the highest point of the muscle. There are two peak placements on a rabbit. There's the highest point of the spine, which for this animal, and it's best to feel with your hands. If you can't trust your eyes, feel with your hands. Look away. Feel. Your brain will tell you what the highest point is. My brain tells me the highest point is right here. So I'm going to smooth that fur. Oh, now you want to pose. Here is the highest point. Okay? Now, when I feel this, I'm like, yeah, that's right behind the shoulders. I want the peak here, right there. Now, the other peak placement is the widest part of the loin. The loin being the muscles surrounding the spine, okay? It is possible that your rabbit can have two different peak placements, which is why you end up with a rabbit who sometimes will come up, peak, flatten out, and go right back down. And that's why people have trouble. They're trying to scrunch them this way, scrunch them that way. Which one is the real peak placement? But this one has two different peak placements. Its spine peaks here. But when you feel the width of that loin, the widest part of her loin is right here. So she peaks here and here, which the two spots between the peak placement is going to be a flat area. Now, I don't know if you can see it now. See if I can find it again. Right here and right here. So her flat spot is right there. You see it now, don't you? Yeah. She has a flat spot. Not a show animal. Let's see if you're a boy or a girl. This is a girl also. I have a pair of broken does that can go to a family home. She's pretty big too. That's all my brokens for the litter. Darn. That one had better color too. We got one that's a little bit smaller here. Seems to be more chill and relaxed too. Hello. About medium level in color. Not real yellow, but not red either. Definitely has the striping going on. Sun's back out. This one does not have the smut. Where those two brokens had smut, this one does not. I'll show you the color difference on this one. You see that? Big difference on color there. Big difference. This was that little buck. So fault number one on this one is color. So sweet though. It's a little buck. My rule with bucks is I don't keep light colored bucks, period. End of story. I don't care how nice you are. I had to get rid of my buck Dragonheart. And he wasn't, he wasn't like super blonde or nothing, but he kept throwing kits that were not intense red. He'd throw the occasional one, but it was like 2 out of 8, 2 out of 10, and I need something that's gonna throw them consistently. It seems like time goes by so fast, and I don't have a lot of time I don't have 200 empty cages to grow out these animals. I've got 8 holes per variety. That's it. It is a small operation. I like your width. Fill in a little bit there, but I feel like he has good depth. I like the peak placement on this one also. I'm going to try to get a little bit straighter. He's wanting to lean back. Yeah, see, he's not using his legs. He's trying to bail backwards. See, that's why we hold the ears, because they'll use those back feet to kick off. You just be patient. He'll change his mind. He'll go, okay, backing up's not working. Let me try going forward. And that's when you let him go forward. You're like, yes, that's what we want. You reward him for going forward by allowing him to do it. This is not a bad animal. He's actually quite nice. Yeah. He's really nice. Great shoulder, great peak placement. He's a little lighter in color. He's nice until you put him under a little bit of stress, and then he gets a little testy with you. But man, what a buck. I think we'll hold him too. Sun's back out again. Whew. No wonder so many people are losing babies. The humidity is insane. I'm having to keep litters with their mamas until 8-9 weeks, just to make sure. And even then, I get nervous. Because I do rebreed my does. I was rebreeding them at the 2-week mark, when their kits were 2 weeks old, and then I'd wean the babies off at 6 weeks, which is, I can do that in the winter. In the winter, I can do that because there's no humidity at all. It's fine. It's just when it's hot and humid. When it's hot and humid, which is usually just in the spring and fall, but for some reason this year it's summer too. So I'm having to do it 3/4 of the year. Keep them with mom until 8-9 weeks. Yeah. And now I'm rebreeding my does at, when they're 5 to 6 weeks old, so that they'll have their babies when they're 9 to 10 weeks old. I don't have to pull them till after they turn 8 weeks. Don't you get yourself into a cobweb in there? Okay. So I'm going to show you what I got here. One booted red buck is a cull. Hernia. Wish I could turn my camera around. Oh well. 2 broken red does. Look at that view on that rear. She's pretty. That's that big one. Homestead only. I think I've got a buck that I could send with these. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a buck I can send with these from this litter right here. Got one or two. So if someone needs a trio, let me know. And then I've got 2 bucks and a doe that I will be taking to show. And that is number 13, 12, and 14. 12, 13, and 14 will be staying. Alright. That's it for today. I am going to get my coffee. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.